Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning. It is August 2. It's an amazing day because we get to pre-order from the new mini catalog. I've already done that. I'm so excited. So August 2. You can find me every Wednesday morning here on my Facebook business page at facebook.com/dazzled by stamping. And you can find me any other time if you need to place an order, if you're looking for more ideas, if you're looking for classes. You can find me at my website, dazzledbystamping.com. So I'm going to refresh my screen a second so that I can see comments even while I'm stamping with you. And good morning, Nancy. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. So let me know when you're on, like Nancy did. I love knowing who I'm chatting with while I'm stamping. Sorry, I'm sort of wiggling my table here. I have a fun design that I want to share with you today. It's actually, I saw it, I'm casing my friend, hi Janet, I'm casing my friend Tamara, oh shoot, I forgot her last name all of a sudden, Bertram? Something like that. I don't remember now. We met briefly a couple different times and I just saw her stuff in passing. Anyway, she had a fun design that she did on her live recently, and it made me think of all the scraps that I have from cutting for our retreat this past weekend. We had bag toppers for our cookies that we made, and I had that approximate size for the journal that I was making. And anyway, so it made me think of those. And so I'm excited to show you this fun, easy design and a way to sort of use scraps. Hi, Carrie. Okay, so I'm going to jump right over to my randomizer. For those of you who may be new to me, I do the projects that I make on my during my live. I usually give away. Rare occasion that I don't do it. If I make it, then I give it away. So you are entered into a drawing. I call it my randomizer. You are entered into my drawing if you share my video and then come back and tell me that you shared. Hi, Dot. So I forgot to mention to you, Dot, a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, you won. And so you are getting the treat bag that has some chocolate in it. So you got to pick that up. So you can do that anytime. So just letting you know. Okay, so come back and tell me that you shared because I can't always see when people do. It doesn't even necessarily list your name. And unless I happen to scroll past it, I don't even see in my news feed that you did it. Hi, Marcia. Both Marcias. I have another Marcia watching. I don't think she said hi yet, but I'm not sure. Okay. So, and thanks for sharing already, Marcia Hill. I appreciate that. All right. So I'm on my randomizer. I have 2 drawings to do because I made 2 cards last week. Marcia Hill, you're my first winner. Hi, Marcia Walton. Thanks for telling me you're here. Sometimes I can see it says somebody's watching, but I don't always see that. Okay. Congratulations, Marcia Hill, on being my first winner. And I'm going to choose another name and start. Jamie Rose. Hey, you're welcome. I think I owe you several, Marcia. I'm thankful for your patience with me. So congratulations, Jamie Rose. I don't think that she is on here yet. sometimes she watches later. Thank you for liking and sharing. Okay, so I'm done with my randomizer. We'll go back to the main page. Okay, so just in case you weren't on when I was first mentioning, oh, she is watching now. Jamie Rose, you just won. In case you weren't watching earlier, hi Jamie. My cards that I'm making today, they're both the same general design. I'm casing an idea from my friend Tamara. I think her last name is Bertram. I know that sounds really bad. She is my friend, but it's like Facebook friend mostly. I met her in Greece on my incentive trip a few years ago, and we had lunch together and everything, and my mind's just slipping me. I'm not sure that her name is correct. But anyway, so I loved her. Hi, Stacy. I loved her design that I saw it was in my newsfeed, and it made me think of some scraps that I have from prepping for our retreat that we had this past weekend. So with all the cutting that we did we do cutting from everybody's own designer paper that's from their goodie bag, but we also had bag toppers for our cookies that we made, and then I also designed my journal. We were giving away, one of our pillow gifts was a journal that they could make pretty however they wanted, and so anyway, I have scraps from doing that also. Good morning, Kathy. So I do want to show you while I'm up a few things. So if you know what the stuff looked like from our weekend, you know what designer paper, at least one of my cards is using. I'm going to grab the packet though. So I'm using the inked Botanicals designer paper. You can see I have lots of scraps in there. I wanted to use, thank you, we had so much fun doing them. Nadine and I went over to our friend Ruth Jones. We were trying to decide if we had decided we wanted to do a cookie. We usually do some sort of yummy treat, whether it's chocolate or whatever. We've done salted caramels before that I had somebody make for me that they're so good. I love them. Anyway, we decided to do a cookie, and when we were looking around for places, they seemed so expensive. And then I remembered that my friend made them, and had I make cookies too. I make sugar cookies too. But my frosting isn't the kind that hardens, and that you can pipe and whatever. And anyway, so I remembered her and asked her if she would want to help us with that. And so we had fun with that. So yeah. So anyway, when I was looking at what I wanted to do, I decided I hadn't used this. Well, maybe I've shown it one other time. I'm not sure, or had it on a sample anyway. There's a stamp set that I didn't think that I had used yet. We have two that are like this. This one is called Wonderful Thoughts. So there's lots of different sayings here. And the thing about this one, it's the same as we have something called Charming Sentiments. The dies completely cut around it, like fussy cut around all the words. And so I wanted to use that. I want to use the stamp set, but I'm going to use the die also for one of my cards. So that's one of them, Wonderful Thoughts. That's in the annual catalog. And then I'm also going to use at some point two different things that are online exclusives. So one is this. I believe I've shown it before. In fact, recently. This is Radiating Stitches. These are dies. They're only available online. They're not in a catalog, and they won't be in a catalog. So while you can find them online, you can get them. So these are called Radiating Stitches, and I think they're $30. if I remember correctly. So the stitches is these lines that go, sorry. I've been doing my lives for, I don't how many years? 5 maybe. And I still have a hard time on camera trying to go the right direction. So I get lost. So anyway, there's stitches on the outside of all these pieces. So this actually does cut this rectangle or this rectangle or this rectangle, these 2 circles and this heart. And then it has stitches on the outside. So this is one of them. And then another one is I've used recently on my, in my clubs, and this is also an online exclusive. Maybe it'll be easier to show you on the packaging. So these are Basics 3D embossing folders. These also are $30. So I guess you can't see that very well. Okay, so this one is flowery, almost like poinsettias. Yeah, they're just, I don't know how to explain it. They're like that. And then this one is a crosshatch kind of thing. I love this one. I keep seeing it on lots of swaps. And then this one is raised dots. So all of these are 3D, as it's mentioned in the name, which makes me remember one other thing I want to tell you. 2 things. Just a sec, I gotta grab it. So whether you have a new machine or an old machine, if you buy 3D embossing folders, I'm gonna show you the difference between the 2. Okay, so here's an embossing folder. Oh, let me get it straight on camera. Here's an embossing folder that I've been using. Well, we're using in my Dazzling card club right now. And here is the 3D one. It's like twice as thick at least. So anyway, if you buy 3D embossing folders, now maybe you have some old ones and it works just fine, but if you buy 3D ones, you need a specialty plate for your machine. This is it's number 4 on here when you're trying to make your sandwiches, but in the catalog it's called specialty plate. So and how you use this is you use, and well, I'm just gonna pull this too. So this is confusing to people. So when you use the specialty plate, when you're doing a 3D embossing folder, all you have is the main platform and the specialty plate. There are no cutting mats. There's not the skinny little thin die adapter, the number 2. So this is a number 1. The other white piece is a number 2, and the cutting mats are number 3. And you usually use 2 of those, well, if you're doing dies. But anyway, these are the only 2 things that you use. Now, you may have bought one when we were in a transition period with machines that is like a blue, it almost looks like glass, or clear plastic, but it's blue. That is the same thing as this one here. So anyway, keep that in mind if you want 3D embossing folders. Okay, so did I show you this? So here's my dots. I'm gonna use the other one for my actual project. Okay, I think that's all the things to actually show you that I'm gonna make or gonna use. So now I'm gonna put you down. So I need to do my magic. Here's my magic wand. On backward you, put you upside down. And here we go. Okay. I have 3 customers looking for the blue one. Why are they looking for the blue one? Why does it matter? So Stampin' Up! Has not said this officially. This is not official Stampin' Up! Speak, Stampin' Up! Information. But in my experience with both machines, both specialty plates, the blue one and this gray one, the cutting mats, they're the same. The they have the same thicknesses for as far as the big machine goes, not the mini machine. Those have their own cutting mats and own thicknesses and whatever, but they're the same. That's what I found. All my stuff has switched over and works fine with the newest machine, the current Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so even though I told you what designs I was going to use first, I told you that I was going to use the inked Botanicals. I'm going to show you that one last because it's a little bit more foofy. Okay, so I chose to use I had scraps of these too. I chose to use these, this is Bright and Beautiful designer paper. And I cut these, you might want to do them smaller, but I ended up going with 2 inch by 2 inch. You probably could do the same thing with smaller squares, especially if that's what your scraps are, that's the size of them. So, okay, so I'm showing you, hopefully you can see this. I should have shown you this when I was still up. For some reason, maybe it's just my angle, but I feel like when the camera's up, you can see this better. But this is that crosshatch 3D embossing folder that I was showing you. Okay, so I need this right here. I forgot to make sure I had my adhesive and my silicone mat here. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on. I chose to go with this design, this particular folder rather than the polka dots one, even though it's sort of a celebration, because then I don't have to use special adhesive. There's texture, but it's not texture like this. Like, stuff would have a hard time sticking to it. So I just used regular adhesive for this. Okay, then we're going to make a design. Wait, I want this down first. Okay, so this is another color that is in this, what's it called? Sweet, in this pack of designer paper. So this is Lemon Lime Twist. And so I just put this down sort of as a background piece. And I'm going to sort of cluster these squares. For some reason, I'm just drawn to designs like this, whether I'm trying to use scraps or, I don't know, I just like seeing our designer paper is just so amazing that I just like seeing when there's, you know what, I want it down a little bit. I just like seeing all the designs. Okay, so I'm putting one straight up and down, and I'm gonna tuck this one in. I guess I don't want it turned that much because I don't want it showing on the bottom. Okay, this one in, and then this one is gonna go under the last one. So the tops are sort of touching. The top two, I mean. So here's the basic design. Obviously, you can use whatever kind of designer paper that you want, and embellish how you'd like. So this is the, I don't know, I just like this. Okay, so now I'm going to get my greeting ready. So I decided, since I was going to use this particular set of designer paper, I wanted a congratulations card. It could be a happy birthday, but I wanted it to be a long greeting, so I chose congratulations. So we're gonna stamp it on here. And so this is the stamp set I mentioned that has the die to cut it, to fussy cut it. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna use the mini boss. here. Oh, so I mentioned that I had two things to tell you about when I showed you the specialty plate. So there's something that I've had a few people completely forget about when they've gone to use my machine and my tools and whatever. So it's really important that you remember, whether you're using mine or your own, that your die or your folder or whatever tool that you're using with this, that you protect it. Something always needs to be on top. Don't ever have this on top. You'll bend your dies or you'll bend your folders, and with that much pressure, it's not good for it. So always have something on top. This sandwich, I need my cutting plates. With the embossing folder, I needed that specialty plate. Okay, so remember, I'm doing my E. You probably can't see this very well, but I have the middle plate is pulled out. I'm gonna pull it out. It looks like an E. Can you see that? Capital E. This is long, this is short, this is long for going into the machine. That's how you get it to go through without causing problems. See, I didn't even have to struggle with that. Hi Debbie, thanks for watching and sharing. Okay. Ah, yay, look. It's all ready. All right. Thank you for sharing, Marlene. All right, I'm done with that. So now I have this ready, and I'm just gonna, this probably would be a good moment for liquid adhesive, but I don't want it. I'm just gonna do regular. So I'm sort of making problems here. Make sure that there's none hanging off. I have some kind of wrapping around a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna put congratulations right here. And then, I still had some. And then we're gonna add some embellishments. So, thank you for sharing, Janet. So this one is these, it's not part of the suite, but these, I'm sorry, I just realized they're non-orderable right now. I think maybe for a couple weeks or a month, I'm not sure. These Tinsel Gems 4-pack. These are the colors in the Bright and Beautiful suite. So there's Lemon Lime Twist, Berry Burst. I'm out. I use a lot of Blueberry Bushel and Pretty Peacock. Excuse me, sorry, just a sec. So you can tell, barely with the Berry Burst, but you can tell with Lemon Lime Twist. There's two different sizes. So there's 2 small rows. I did that backwards. 2 small rows, 2 big rows. And where is I forgot to get my tool out. I thought of it right before I went live and then forgot to get it. Just a second. All right. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. And I want big ones, I guess. So I'm gonna put one there. There. I want a small one down here. There. My card's done. All right. So now I'm using the same design and I'm going to, hi Dina, had a phone problem, I had to reboot. Wow, that That would be a struggle. I'm glad you made it, Dina. Okay, so for this one, I'm using, I told you I was going to use the radiating stitches. So can you see them? This is very vanilla. That's the what do you call it? Thank you, Dina. That is the, what do you call it? The main neutral in the Inked Botanicals designer paper. Now, I'm doing 4 on here because I'm not sure how the stitches are with it on there, so I want some extra. Okay, so I do have a thick card base, and now I have this on instead of using the embossing folder this time. Okay, so those of you who were at retreat will recognize these colors. So we had, I'm using Inked Botanicals. The stamp set that goes with it is called Inked and Tiled. Thank you, Dina, for sharing. And I also want to use the ribbon that we gave everybody. So instead of going with the cardstock underneath, I'm going to do a ribbon. So I'm going to put a line across here. And I'm going to lay it on here. And then I'm going to cut, oops, I want it a little shorter. Cut there. Cut there. Okay, so here's my, thank you for sharing. So here's my color underneath. Like this one, instead of my lemon lime twist, I've just put ribbon, okay? So now I'm gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be lifted up a little bit because I used ribbon instead of cardstock. So it's kind of gonna be lifted, but that's what I want this time. So I'm putting adhesive on here. Now, even though these are fairly small pieces, I put 3 strips of it just because of how it's layered together. I want to make sure that it's staying the way that it should. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I'm starting with my front one, which is sort of awkward because then I have to tuck underneath, but that one needs to be straight, and I'm gonna put everything else like in line with it. Okay, so we got this. Now I'm doing this card a little bit different because I wanted to bring in the Radiating Stitches heart also. So I don't think that I want a dimensional though. I just want it just like this. Put the heart right here. Okay, and then the greeting that I'm gonna use, this is why I wanted the heart on there. This stamp says, "My heart will always be tied to yours." I like that. Oopsie. Okay, so now I do want to add a couple little things. One is, I was gonna do this as a double, but it just looked too messy for this card. So I'm using linen twine. Linen thread, that's what it is. I would have used, we have basic baker's twine that has vanilla in it, and I have that pack, but the vanilla's all gone because I used it for something else. So I'm using this. I didn't want white. So I want to make a bow. You probably can't see it, but I made 2 bunny ears, and I'm gonna cross the ears, and then one needs to come through the loop that I just made, or the hole that I just made by crossing them. And then I want it nice and small. It should be petite on this little heart. But I want to start it long so that I could have room to do my thing. My hands are not very coordinated sometimes. Thank you, Marcia. All right, so I'm going to put just a little bit of liquid glue because this is going to be a tiny knot, probably tinier than my mini glue dot. So I'm going to put this on here like this. And I need to sort of hold it a little bit. So it's funny, on Tamara's cards, she actually did have some baker's twine on her designs, and I wasn't going to do that. And then when I saw the saying that I wanted to do, I wanted to put, tied to yours, I wanted to put the thread on it. Okay, now I still feel like it needs a little bit of bling, so I'm gonna, for this one, with the colors and whatever, I want to use the, these are the iridescent rhinestones, so it can sort of bring out the pinkish. And I'm going to use tiny ones this time because I have a lot going on here, kind of between my baker's twine and my, I think I want one right on the heart too. All right, if I'm doing that there, I need to move this one. There we go. My hands never do what I tell them. Do I have a order? Yeah, you do, Dina. And I'm gonna see, no, I'm not. I was thinking Lynn was coming Friday, but it's not Lynn, it's just Sam. So there's my other card. Okay. So I am done stamping and I'm going to put you guys up. So I'm going to upside down you, put you backwards again. And here I am. Okay, so here is the last card that I did. So we used Radiating stitches, inked Botanicals. I keep having something, oh, it must be a hair. And this ribbon, I forgot what the ribbon's called. Lost Lagoon bordered ribbon. It's 1/4 inch. Thank you. So there's my last one that I did. And then here is my congratulations one that I did with bolder colors. Okay. So that's all that I have for you. Oh, so I have to tell you, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much. So we this month have kits that are on sale. You know, the all-inclusive kits. Everything's cut and scored for you. Some of them don't even need, yeah, I love that word too. Some of them don't even have any stamping. It's just assembling. So anyway, our kits are discounted up to 30% this month. And also this month is when you can redeem your bonus codes that you earned last month. So remember, with every $50 that you ordered, you got a bonus code emailed to you. So you can redeem them. There's if you do it online yourself, well, I actually posted a video. It's in my, did I post it in my, yeah, I posted on my blog. So you can go to dazzledbystamping.com and find it. But it shows you exactly where you, I think if you do your own online order, in the shopping cart, it says coupon codes or something like that. So you click that and then copy and paste to there and then click apply. You have to click apply. Now, if I usually order for you and you sent me your emails that have the bonus codes in it, then I can copy and paste and do it in an order that I place. So if you haven't forwarded them to me, you can, and I can place orders for you when you need it. So those are two things that are going on. Oh, so I'm going to say this right now and commit myself to it. I have not put anything in my calendar, but I need to do it. I am going to be having a BOGO sale. I'm going to plan it on August 17. It's a Thursday. It probably will be most of the day sort of thing, like 10 to, I don't know how late. 10 a.m. to I don't know how late. So Thursday, August 17, I'm doing it. I'm finally having it. So if you don't know what a BOGO sale is, by the way, for my definition for my Stampin' Up products, so I have my products that have retired marked their catalog price that they were additionally, just a sec. Originally was the word I meant to say. I have all my retired products marked for sale, and every dollar that you purchase in retired product, you get that much in new product, brand new product. So what you do is you pay the original product price plus the shipping and tax, and then you get your stuff that's coming in the mail or from Stampin' Up free. So it's an awesome deal because basically you get double stuff for the same price. So anyway, I will make sure that I am advertising that, but keep it in your mind. Thursday, August 17th, that's the plan. I also will be starting a Christmas cards or a Christmas series soon. I want to get started sooner than just like October, November, December. I want to get started, but I wasn't in time for Christmas in July, and I'm not sure I'm going to get to it in August. We'll see what happens with that. So anyway, those are things that are coming up. So I think that's it. I think that's all that I have to share with you. I have one more Dazzling Card Club on Friday, and then I will be sharing those projects that we've made for this round. And so anyway, that's all that I have. So thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day, and I will see you again. Yes, Christmas. I will see you again next Wednesday. I was ready at 20 after. That's okay. Hi, Jamie. Yeah, you can watch the replay. Okay, have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.